Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's rendition of the WREPcast. I'm your host, Lucian Barrows, and the man to my right is Load Failure 404. We're also joined by Maggie Mae Clark this evening. How splendid. In 1 minute and 45 seconds, you will hear a knock on the door. And 1 minute and 33 seconds after that, you will answer the door because you're slow. And 45 seconds after that, you will piss yourself in fear of what you see outside. And in 30 seconds after that, you will wake up from the dream. Anyway, welcome back from the dream. Nice to see you. How you been? Load, how you been?
Been better. Been worse.
You kind of sounded hard not to laugh at that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I really was.
Yeah, I know, it was good stuff. I like that.
Literally biting my finger going, I can't laugh. Can't laugh.
I told you I had something pretty good. Well, okay, so we have apparently a metric ass load of things to talk about tonight, I guess. So.
Oh dear God. Yes.
So yeah, let's see what we can do about getting through enough without me falling asleep.
Or me rambling too much.
Yeah, that's usually what makes me fall asleep.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to ramble.
Right.
I can't guarantee anything.
Yeah, you never can. Okay, well, let's see. First, usually we bring up the idea of video games, movies, and that kind of thing right up to that, right? So let's see here. Let's go ahead and start with that as per usual. And maybe this time we can get through without any arguments about video games causing violence.
Yes.
But that never actually got into last week's cast.
Yeah.
Issues happened. We had to re-record, but no big deal.
It was sad. I was mad at my tablet. Although, I went out and I got the parts to fix my big recording machine, so we're good now.
Let's see here. I think the first bit of news that I want to go over, and this has been announced, so a lot of people probably know this, but hell, let's put it on ours too, just to go ahead and repeat shit. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out for 3 weeks now, and has officially broken 7 world records.
7?
7. Son of a bitch in the 7 world records.
Like, what's the categories?
Okay, let's see here. Number 1. Best-selling action-adventure video game in 24 hours.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Number 2, best-selling video game in 24 hours. In general. Number 3, fastest entertainment property to gross $1 billion.
What?
Number 4, fastest video game to gross $1 billion was number 4.
Dude.
Number 5, highest grossing video game in 24 hours. Number 6, highest revenue generated by an entertainment product in 24 hours. And number 7, most viewed trailer for an action-adventure video game.
Wow, that's insane. I didn't even know these categories existed.
But they're all for world records, so it's kind of... Yeah, it's definitely something interesting there. It's I still haven't had a chance to play it yet. I really wish I could.
Dang.
Number 4 won't let me borrow his copy yet because he's not done with it. So I'm still kind of waiting on that one. But one of these days I'll get a chance when it's irrelevant. So anyway, Grand Theft Auto 5, 7 world records in the Guinness Book now. So I think that's overall a cat knocking a box over.
Yes.
How about that?
That's the cat's way of applauding.
Hi, Renee. The hazard of recording at home.
I know, right?
Yeah. But
funny story. They named her after the people in Twilight.
Oh, fuck that shit.
I know,
thought
right?
her name was Resine or Resume because the way it looked like on her.
Resident Evil.
Well, yeah, that's what we kind of thought.
We're sitting here reading it, and I'm like, Resume.
What kind of fools did you get that poor cat from?
Humane Society.
And they named her after something from Twilight.
Probably.
The volunteers get to name them and all
that.
I have to destroy some people. If you'll excuse me for a
moment. The volunteers were...
I was looking at one today.
The volunteers were young teens.
And one of them was named Duck Duck after Duck Dynasty.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Well, we should look inside. moving on
Quack,
to
quack.
something less psychotic, which is us talking about other regular people stuff where regular people use their brains. Okay, actually, I shouldn't say that so much with the next thing. We talked a little bit last week, I think it was, or no, the week before, about the controller that Steam's coming out with for the Steam box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I showed you a video earlier about it's kind of going around on Reddit and other places and Kotaku and all that. It's a demonstration of how the controller actually works. Personally, after seeing it, I don't like it.
I'm not very impressed. The functionality, I expect it, from what I saw in the video, reminds me too much of having trackpads from a laptop. And if anybody's ever tried playing a first-person shooter with trackpads on a laptop, knows why we don't like this controller.
Yeah, it's just not a good thing. It's like trackpads for FPS or even a game like Skyrim, the RPG games and things like that. It's just the reaction time isn't fast enough on those. Because it's mainly that thing of you've got a limited space that you have to run your fingers across, hope it works properly, and then get it to actually do what you want to do without flailing out of control because you tried moving too fast. It just doesn't work.
No. Well, I actually expected it to be a lot like how the Xbox controller was.
Yeah.
That to me made more logical sense.
Yeah, I think Valve's a gaming company for that.
Yeah.
Steam should really they should really go ahead and take a look at that, get some real feedback on it instead of just saying this is what we're doing. And get that feedback. Well, I guess that's what the beta testing really is a part of. Hopefully enough people give enough feedback saying that.
Well, it's not even beta testing stage, it's alpha test.
Oh, okay, well, alpha test. Either or. Hopefully enough people will test it, play with that, and think this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
I think basically it's an attempt to try to improve on the controllers that we already have with the thumbsticks and all that, but I think the thumbsticks work just fine.
Well, I get the idea of why you might not want to do thumbsticks versus trackpads.
Right.
I mean, just like the games for your tablets or your Android phones or whatever, you can get them and they have areas, and...
right, yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
But I don't like those either.
It is awkward.
Yeah,
but after you get used to it a little bit, but...
Yeah, but I think that's part of the problem is, like, you as a gaming company or game console creating company, you want to have that controller that feels like it fits properly from day one. Looking at their controller, it just doesn't look right. They're general buttons that you normally see on the other controllers, like the X, Y, B, and A buttons and all that shit. They're not even quite in the middle. It just seems like it's that the whole thing is set up to be inconvenient instead of convenient now. It's just, controllers have been set a certain way for years, and they're trying to completely reinvent the way the controller was made. It's like, but in this case, it's like reinventing the wheel. It's not a good idea at this point.
At this point, I actually say give people a wireless keyboard, a wireless mouse, and let them be happy.
Yeah, at that point, it'd be a lot better than actually putting out this controller, I think.
I have actually done this in my apartment. I've taken my my tower, hooked it up to my big screen TV, and have my keyboard and mouse on my coffee table, and whenever I want to play a game, I play a game. If I want to be on Facebook or write an email, whatever, type paper, I do that.
Yep. I've done something similar. I don't usually have it hooked up and all that, but it's something I have done before. It's like, hey, excuse me. When I used to play World of Warcraft, I wanted to try it once. I'm like, I am really curious. I want to see how this looks. So we have a bigger TV out in our living room. Like, all right, my brother was gone one night. Screw it, man. I'm going to take my computer out there, hook it up with the S cable and all that. Granted, it wasn't high def, so I couldn't see a damn thing anybody was typing to me.
Right.
Which was troublesome because there was people I knew on at the time trying to talk to me, and I had to get up, squint, and look at the TV. But But it was still neat, being able to play on that big screen. It's like, but if I want to do it, I can hook my damn computer up to my TV. I get the idea behind one in the Steam box. It's neat in its own way, and not everybody has their computer right next to their TV at all times. And not everybody has quite that know-how to hook it up. I know it's simple to us because we've done it.
Yeah.
We are more tech-savvy. This is for people. The Steam box is more of that thing of they want to get more people into PC gaming without having to make them buy that true gaming PC and hooking it to their high-def TV.
And I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But you're taking away what I consider to be the PC gaming experience.
I think it's still going to. I think it's going to be the same, especially if they're pushing a controller. I think there's still going to be a lot of people that prefer the old mouse and keyboard.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I've got a 360. I've got the controller and blah blah blah. But when it comes down to it, I think I really just appreciate a good PC game more than anything.
I mean, quite honestly, I play Halo 1. I got Halo 2. I have them for Xbox. I have them for PC. You know which ones I prefer to play? Ones on PC.
Well, yeah.
Halo 2 was more ported from 360 to PC than like how they did with Halo 1. They kind of made it a little more generic.
Right.
But Halo 2, they made it to where you could actually hook a controller into your computer, play the game, whatever, and it actually was a little bit more better experience just because it always would say, hit this button, and you're like, okay, and yeah. Anywho.
That's one thing, though, like the Halo series. I mean, usually it comes from Microsoft in general. I mean, yeah, it's 343 that makes it, but I think they're still a subsidiary of Microsoft, I believe. Why haven't they ever, set it up where it's like, hey, we're going to make this completely cross-platform? Why not make it where, we're going to have this on the PC and we're going to have it on the Xbox, and it allows you to play against people on servers on both? Well, I always thought that would be a neat idea.
Well, here's the thing. I read up on that when Halo 2 was being ported.
Right.
And what actually happens is it turns out that that even on a computer, they have to re-render graphics.
Oh.
Because like if you get like even a 512 NVIDIA graphics card, and nowadays a 1 gigabyte graphics card,
right.
Well, with the DirectX that they've got going on now, it's so much more vivid on a computer screen, even though the 360 will do high def.
Yeah.
But the game was, it's only true high def if the game is designed to be played in high def. Kind of like the PlayStation 3.
Right.
It can do high def because the Blu-rays and whatever can handle that amount of information pumping through.
Though games being set for true high def kind of design has always been, well, not always I shouldn't say, but has been a problem in recent years. There's been companies that have wanted to put out proper Blu-ray, or not Blu-ray, but proper high def games, but not everybody has a high def TV.
Well,
I mean, like, I love the Mass Effect series. Mass Effect 3, I think it was set purely to be a high def game.
Yeah.
I couldn't read most of the damn subtitles on that game, because I still rock a low-def TV, because my TV still works, so I'm not going to go buy a new one just yet. Not until that thing starts smoking.
Well, the thing is that it should, in my opinion, a game should be able to be played on any kind of TV. You shouldn't have to squint your eyes or whatever,
Because that shit hurts, man.
Oh, I know. Well, and that's the thing. I used to do PowerPoints on TVs, the old tubes, like what you got years ago, and that was the problem I always ran into as well. was that you just couldn't see what you were doing.
Yeah, I mean, I do need to upgrade. I know TVs and the LCDs and all that, they're getting cheaper and everything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I need to get myself one someday. Maybe just a cheap little 1920 inch or something like that to pop on my desk between my two monitors and be all fancy like that. But
I actually recommend a 32, but that.
oh, you can recommend it all you want, but if I ain't got the money for it, it ain't happening.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying that because the TVs that you got is a certain size. Well, you get like a 32 like that, like what I got
Put it on
in
my
there.
desk.
Well, not just that, but it'll actually seem about the same size as.
Well, right, and I can understand that. But
That's the only thing I'm.
right, and yeah, I would like a bigger one, but in way of like price and efficiency at the moment.
Yeah.
If I could get one that would cost me maybe $100-$200 probably or whatever for like a 19-inch that could fit on my desk, I'd be pretty happy with that because I wouldn't have to turn my head anymore to watch TV from where my desk is.
Understand.
It would all be in high def. It'd be nice, crisp pictures. I could the box I got to record games, I can start recording off of that. So it could be well worth the investment to spend $100 or $200 on a 19-inch LCD.
So, invisible people, we know what
Money,
Lucian
please.
wants for Christmas. so-
Indeed, if you
I knew it.
like I said, 19 inch is fine. That's what she said.
No, I didn't.
I didn't mean
Hey,
you.
Yeah,
what?
better.
Hey. Yeah, I was
Bigger is
gonna-
better. That's why I said 19 inch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bigger is better. She's talking about me.
You know what? I'm not gonna embarrass you on air.
Well,
More than I usually do.
Not that type of way.
Oh.
You always take everything and turn it into that way, you sex hormone freak.
He is a guy.
Ooh.
As far as I can tell, he's a guy. That's kind of our thing. We do that.
hang
Anyway,
on. Come over here and check and. you.
Yeah, I know.
Her.
I know. While I'm sitting in the room, that didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
If
Never
I
mind.
see a worm come out, I'm cutting his head off.
Worm.
Yeah. Well, look, there's fat worms, there's skinny worms. I'm assuming you got the skinny worm. But look, we're not going to get into that. I don't want to talk about your dick.
I don't want to talk about my dick either.
Then shut up about it. I know you like to toot your own horn on a daily basis, but Jesus, dude,
Yeah, he
there's
does
limits.
think he is God's
It's
gift
only
to
because I have a.
Benjamin God's gift to women?
man. Yeah.
Or wait, or is he God's gift to man? Oh,
What?
okay, from here on,
no.
you sit at least 3 feet away.
But it's called mankind for a reason. So I could say man, and I could mean mankind, meaning every woman. And
Huh?
Well, mankind
I-
kind of symbolizes everybody.
I am
So,
God. I am God's
he ain't no gift to me,
women.
he's more of a
That's
curse.
all I'm saying.
I know.
That's all I'm
Isn't he
saying. I'm
so
God's
much of a-
God must hate women.
Oh.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Damn.
If he's God's gift to women, God hates women, which means
Wow.
God is a man. We finally settled it. The lifelong debate: God is in fact a man, and he hates women.
And it's settled here on the WREPcast.
See, that's why being gay is okay,
Woo!
because apparently God is, by this logic.
Uh,
This just got out of hand.
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Told you
I'm
to keep your dick
expecting
in.
lightning to crash any second.
Dude, I've been expecting divine intervention on my lifespan years ago. Still ain't happened. Apparently I'm doing something right, or just, piling it all up for when I do die. Oops. In which case, my bad. Anyway, on the topic of ideas of animation, games, and things like that, there's something I want to talk about. We're in the process of officially becoming a company right now,
Yes, we are.
which is cool. Weak Rogue is something we've been working for nearly 10 years now.
Yep.
Honestly, as bad as that sounds to some degree, we've been coming up with different ideas and projects and hell spawns and shitstorms and clusterfucks.
Yes.
I believe.
Definitely clusterfucks.
So yeah, I told you I'd let you say it.
Thank
There
you.
you go. Anyway, so yeah, we've been dealing with that kind of thing for years now, trying to put this company together, and pretty soon we will officially be something.
Yes.
So
It will be, and it will be great.
yeah, I
It
can
really
only
will.
I can only hope that Weak Rogue Entertainment will become something magnificent and flashy and, penis erecting and vaginal tingling.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to discriminate, right? I mean, we might have guy fans too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no discrimination here.
I mean, that's assuming we actually do have fans, and it's not just bots that check out
Well,
our damn
you know
videos.
what? I'm on our Facebook page, and we
It's
have
Weak Rogue Entertainment on Facebook.
Yes, and I see that we just got another fan.
Woohoo! Thank you, fans.
And we got one new one last week or the week before.
Bit by bit, the bodies are piling up.
I know.
It's great. But
we love you, invisible people.
We do. The invisible people are awesome. And if we can't see you and you can't see us, you don't want to see us.
I got something for all you Apple lovers here.
Hold on. We'll get to that. Let me finish this
hang on.
topic first, because this is important.
Yeah.
Unlike Apple, they're not. Fuck Apple. No. Anyway, something we're working for. Well, there's a lot of things we're working for. One thing in particular, and I'm kind of throwing this out there because this is kind of a call out to anybody that's willing to join in with us and help us once everything's official. We do want to start making web series. The majority of which will probably turn out being animated series because in the long run that means we don't have to act.
Yes.
So that works out in our favor because.
And I'm kind of bad at acting. If you guys haven't ever noticed.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we're kind of having a call out to people that would like to help us. We're looking for potential writers, animators, character developers, anything and everything in between those lines kind of deal that we would need for animated series. How long each episode of each series will be? Good question. It depends on how long my scripts actually last in real time. I've never really fully timed the speech and all that stuff. So, but yeah, because I've been writing for several years. I've got a few scripts out there for a few different series.
Yeah.
Some of which I could definitely use to help to finish. So yeah, this is our call out to anybody listening that would help us, that would know somebody to help us. It's just keep in mind that don't expect money. We ain't really got any right now, company wise.
No,
because we're not even. We're probably a few more weeks out of being official. We're waiting for the.
We're
waiting
still
for the paperwork to be
waiting
finished.
to hear back from state and.
Yeah, we're waiting for all the official red tape bullshit to be done.
Yes.
And then we'll be a thing, and then it's just a matter of trying to start making money. And if we start up with a web series, we might be able to get somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's a hope, and for me personally, some of the writing I have, if it gets made into something, it's honestly a dream come true.
Yeah.
Even if it does come out as a web series. So yeah, that's my call out to the community, as small as it may be right now. Help us grow and help us go.
Oh yeah.
So.
And I look at the talent that we have, and it's just three of us, as partners, but I still see a good combination of talent, so.
Yeah, and, as far as the community goes, obviously the community is the most important thing to us. We're an entertainment.
Absolutely.
We are officially becoming an entertainment company. We are doing this to entertain people. It's not just for us just to make money or anything like that. It's for you guys, the ones who are listening, the ones who are our fans, who will be our fans. And so, any support, even if it's just a supportive message or anything like that, is going to be well received.
Yes, it is.
And appreciated heavily. So, So that's my shameless plug for us.
Yeah.
For the evening. So. I think we're good on that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Find us on our Facebook, Weak Rogue Entertainment at Facebook, or our
YouTube.
Our YouTube channel where you're probably listening to this.
Yeah.
So you know us. And we're on Twitter. What is it? At Weak Rogue
ENT.
Yeah, so short for entertainment.
Co.
Yeah, Weak Rogue Ent Co. Ent for short for entertainment, and Co. is obviously short for company. So yeah, so hit us up on there, or just hit us on there.
Hopefully, within a couple more weeks, we'll have a actual website.
would be nice.
That's kind of the hope.
Yeah. So, I can't guarantee what kind of crazy shit will be on there. It might just be dolphins flinging shit at each other, but it would be entertaining.
It would be.
Especially if it was animated, so it'd be better. I'm gonna pull Reddit for that one and see what I can find.
Okay.
But yeah, anything you can do to help advertise us or anything like that, we'll take it. Spread the word, like the STD that we are on the internet.
Yeah.
Just do us that favor. But that's about 10 minutes of shameless plugging and begging. So, Maggie May here had something she wanted to talk about
Yes.
Apple.
Well, I was on Reddit.
Is it a red one or a green one?
Well, she was on Reddit, so it's red.
iPhone 5S users seeing blue screens of death. Guess what? They're having glitches just like they did, I think, when they came out with the 4S with the antenna issues. Apparently, when you update this new iOS 7, which I have an iPhone 5, I haven't had any issues, and I started reading. I don't have any blue screens of death, but when I was interfacing with my aunt, and she has an iPhone, and iMessaging earlier this week, it wouldn't let me send an iMessage, so now everything I send is text. So apparently, because iMessage is free between iPhones and all that, as long as you have Wi-Fi and all that. But it's saying, a lot of the people are getting the blue screens of death when they reboot their phone. And sometimes when they're using Apple Numbers, Pages, some guy using FaceTime and Safari, and the cameras.
That's just that, Apple.
So wait a little while again, if you really want an iPhone, and see how they resolve it.
Android.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Android's the way to
the
go.
article. It's actually linked to a PCMag.com. So
There you go. So find it on there. That brings me to another quick topic about video games. GTA 5 Online has been out for a little bit again. Well, like that again, but in general, I'm just talking about it again. GTA 5 Online's been out, and they have been having a storm of issues on there too. It seems like apparently on GTA 5 Online, you can build up your characters, you can get the money and all that shit, and then you can, it's more it's customizable unlike the actual campaign kind of thing. So you actually make your own character kind of deal. And apparently people have been losing their custom characters. And now it's one of the many glitches that Rockstar is heavily working on as quick as they can. They've just done a title update that's fixing some other problems, and I think they're going to get to the whole character deletion thing next. But the only problem is, at this moment, there is no way to get those characters back. And people have lost a lot of stuff in those games. Now, granted, everything is I think, free. You earn the money in the game and all that stuff, doing missions, jobs, other things like that with other people. And so it's not too bad. It's just a little bit of wasted time and effort that you can just do again. But yeah, you kind of... It does get irritating, I'm sure, for people that have, in a short manner of time, built their characters up quite a bit, and then all of a sudden they lose it all. So it's gonna suck a little.
Just a little bit.
Oh, on the topic of movies, though, have you ever got to see World War Z?
I have not.
I actually finally got a chance to sit down and watch that. I was a little iffy about it, so I didn't want to go see it in theaters because a lot of people were complaining, it's completely different from the book and blah, blah, blah. I've never read the book either, so I don't really care in the long term. But I sat down and watched it with my mom and my brother the other day because my mom, she actually really wanted to see the movie, which is weird. She's not a horror or a zombie movie type of person, but she really wanted to see it. I think it's because of Brad Pitt. But I mean, he is a sexy man.
He is a sexy man.
Indeed. I mean, goddamn. Anyway, turns out it's actually a really good movie. But like I was saying, I don't know what the difference is, but I sat down and watched it, and I actually liked it. It was actually a pretty good movie. There was things to it that it's it's kind of nice to see these new twists and turns to a zombie apocalypse movie that I haven't actually seen before.
Really?
So At least not that I can think of. So it was actually really cool. It was a pretty good movie. Brad Pitt did a good job. There was a badass female character. She's a actor from another country, or actress, I should say, from another country.
Nice.
That hasn't done much, but she was kind of badass. And you didn't actually even meet her until like the second half of the movie, really. So it's one of those things that it kind of takes place in a lot of different places instead of just kind of one area. So it's neat. It's a really good movie. I actually do highly recommend sitting down and watching it sometime.
Yeah, because that's why I never really wanted to see it, because I was like, really? It's going to be like every single zombie movie I've seen, you know? And
Honestly, nope. It's one of the better zombie movies, I think.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to like claim Movie of the Year award or anything like that, but it was still a pretty damn fine film.
Alright,
So.
that works for me. I think I'll watch it sometime when I get time.
Yeah, I just let number 4 borrow it this evening, so...
I want to talk about, it's kind of funny that Maggie May was talking about Apple's blue screening problem.
Blue apples.
Yeah.
That's like blue balls, but,
I know.
worse.
I hate blue balls. Those hurt.
Yeah, especially when they hit you in the face. Wait, are we
wait,
talking about
what?
dodgeball or something different?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay. Anywho, so
Don't get your dick sucked!
So we got blue apples. Now apparently, Apple's iPhone 5C has been outselling the Galaxy 4S at AT&T and Sprint, which is kind of weird. I talked a little bit about how the iPhone 5C was kind of the cheaper version. So I'm kind of shocked that it's outselling the Galaxy 4S. Makes me wonder what went wrong with Galaxy.
Yeah, I have a Galaxy S3. It's not bad. I personally don't like having Sprint, but after they started buying up all the U.S. Cellular in Illinois, kind of didn't have much of a choice.
Right.
And I wanted a Galaxy because it looked neat. I get so many damn ad pop-ups, it's not even funny, and I blame it all on Sprint. But yeah, the Galaxy's not bad. It's actually a neat, not so little, but neat phone. My last phone was smaller, but it's still, I don't know, I like having the bigger screen because I watch videos on mine a lot, so.
Well, at least it's not like the ones that I've seen in stores where they're basically kind of like in between a phone and a tablet.
Yeah, those get a little weird.
It's, I had to do this. My aunt had one of those, and I forget, it was a Galaxy S something. Or one of those phones
S number.
that was like a tablet phone deal, right?
No, it wouldn't be the 4, because the 4 just recently came out, and she has the Windows phone recently.
Oh, Windows phone.
Oh, it's a Windows phone?
If you're talking about the one in Central, not the one in Southern.
I'm talking about the one in Southern.
Oh yeah, the one that she has now, it's the Galaxy.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So she was up here and she was showing
she
off.
had like a droid before that.
And she still does have a droid.
Technically, yes.
And
Droid.
so I know, right? And so she was showing off her phone. Well, being the smartass that I am, I went and got my Surface Pro. And I started acting like it was my phone. And
mine's bigger than yours.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus.
She was like, "What are you doing?" I go, hang on, I'm getting a phone call." And I took my Surface and hold it up to my ear. Hello.
I'll take the Surface.
Hello.
Hey, I tell you what. One of these days I'm going to take that Surface to the side of your head, but it won't be to act like it's a phone.
Dang it. You break it, you buy it.
Oh, I'm going to wait till you break it, then I smack you with it.
No, because
It'll happen eventually.
No.
I'm not saying I'll do it intentionally. Or just because you're rough with it. All technology craps out eventually.
Well,
It may take a few years, but I'll smack you in the head with that one day.
Damn it.
I got patience. I can wait. I have patience. I have to deal with it.
You are not a PhD. You told me you're a PhD.
I still have patience. You technically count as one. Number 4, number 9, and number 7 do too.
Damn it.
Poor Wiggles counted as one as well.
And look at what happened to him.
Yeah. Sorry about that, buddy.
Yeah, just kind of hanging around on the wall.
Yeah. God dang it. See, there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't for the life of me remember me. It'll come back to me later, and I'll interrupt you with it.
Alrighty.
But what else we got for this evening that might make me fall asleep? I need a good bedtime story.
Alright. Well,
Oh, there we go.
yeah. Well, I don't know how recent this is or not, but
from June 22nd.
June 22nd?
It helps to look for a date.
Yeah, it does.
So that's a little older.
Yeah.
Then
older. No, not much older.
Laptop power cord 70% off. Oh, wrong thing.
Oh, wait, no, not that.
Something completely different.
Yeah, really. Jeez. No, apparently they discovered a city underwater after 1,500 years.
Is it Atlantis?
Good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. Atlantis is one of those things that, honestly, we don't know if it actually exists.
No,
I'd like to think that it does.
Is this something that's based off of the story of Atlantis?
Well,
this is what spawned the
this
story.
is, how do you pronounce that?
Where is it at?
Right here. That's the name of the city.
Hercleon?
Her's
a Klingon. Girl, her's a Klingon. Yeah, that sounds like good language, but whatever. Hercleon. Hercleon?
Hercleon?
Close enough.
Anyway,
H
it's
word.
supposedly,
No, it's not
I guess, it's mentioned in Greek writings and whatever. It's from like the 5th century BC.
Wait, what year did they find it? Like, where in the world did they find this?
And
Did they find Carmen Sandiego while they were at it?
You know, I
Waldo.
don't know. I'm more interested to know about Waldo myself.
You know, my theory is that Carmen Sandiego and Waldo got married and they ran away to the Bermuda Triangle.
I wouldn't.
Okay. This article over here says 1,200 years and it's around Egypt.
I think this article was...
Okay.
Maybe?
Somebody's helping
Whatever.
me
Anywhere between 1,200 and 1,500 years, somewhere near Egypt.
Yeah.
Apparently it's an old sunken Egyptian city.
Yes.
Which, based on what I'm seeing on that
Wait, no, this is from 2013.
stone, it looks like hieroglyphics. So, yeah. So, sunken Egyptian city. That's pretty neat. Not Atlantis.
No.
Nope, not Atlantis. No. Too bad. I would love to find Atlantis, but I don't think the world would like how I do it, because nobody wants me to drain all the water and fire it off into space out of a big hose. I mean, as neat as that'd be, because then we'd be surrounded by water out in space. But
that'd be interesting.
It'd be awkward. Awkward.
Awkward.
I wonder how the moon would have an effect on the tide then. It'd be closer to it if I had my way.
Well, you could definitely.
Of course, if I had my way, women would walk around the world naked, and all men would be doing handstands to go to work. I don't know why about that last part. I just felt like it'd be more fitting.
Okay.
Also, up would be down, but left would still be left.
Okay, good.
And up would still be up. There is no down. That way, we all can't feel down about anything.
Oh,
We're always
I like
up.
That. We're always up.
Yeah. See,
Look
happy
on the
because
upside.
A, girls are always naked. B, men are always doing handstands. And C, there is no such thing as down.
I like that.
It's a perfect world.
It is.
That and we flood space.
And then we could go swimming in space.
Absolutely. Either way, we're going to have to wear oxygen tanks, so it's fine, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It works.
Hey, I like that.
So, it's all good.
I've always wanted to go to space.
I've always wanted to go swimming. Oh, wait. No.
Well,
okay, I've done that.
good combination. We can go swimming in space.
Absolutely. It sounds fun. Should we wear our swimming trunks?
It might get a little chilly.
Yeah, I'd hate for shrinkage to happen.
Same here.
Anyway, Atlantis is one of those things that's just always been a what-if kind of deal. I think part of it is people like the idea of a ancient civilization and all that kind of thing. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Atlantis is really a thing or if it's just one big myth. It's hard to say, honestly. I'm doing a laptop pass in front of me.
Yes.
It's hard to say. I'd like to believe that Atlantis does exist. I'd like to be the person that finds it. There's all sorts of hidden things and all sorts of hidden places around the world still. We haven't developed over every piece of land, and there's definitely tons of places in the world's water sources that we haven't gone yet. I mean, there's still many undiscovered places in the ocean, along with many undiscovered species. That can kind of bring us back to our cryptozoology topic from a few weeks ago, where we talked a little bit about big feet. And, yeah, it's that thing of, I don't know. It could be somewhere deep in the Atlantic Ocean. I'm assuming Atlantic because Atlantis, and all that stuff. Almost said Atlanta. This is not Futurama. Atlanta has not sunk yet. However, a little snippet here. Apparently, now I haven't read an article on this, but this one came from number 4 after we got done recording last week. Apparently, the word has it that there's a couple of crazy things going on in the South.
Really?
Well, you were around when he talked about it. One was, what was it? In Houston, Texas, they were planning to put a giant dome over their business district.
Oh, yeah.
And New Orleans is working out the idea of being a roaming, floating city. That way, when they get to international waters, they can finally have legal prostitution.
I guess.
Hey, your fiance can go home and have fun.
Oh.
Actually, see, that's the great thing. Your fiance, Maggie May there, she could go home, and home could be in, China that week.
I know.
I think that's kind of neat in a sense of hey, I want to go live in New Orleans now. That way, one day I can actually go see the world, whether I like it or not. Because New Orleans as a floating city seems feasible.
It's a bowl, New Orleans. Literally. It's a bowl.
They want to float New Orleans, though.
We're
they want to make it a floating city.
That's always been in play for.
Yeah, but they keep talking about it. And personally, like I was saying, I'd love to see it. I think it'd be neat because honestly, you could live in New Orleans and you could end up seeing the world from your front doorstep if you're sitting in the right part of town. Now, I doubt if you're on Bourbon Street, you'd see it because you're probably too busy getting sloshed or hitting up the strip club. But once you hit international waters, everything's fair game, man.
Mm-hmm.
So they spend a lot of time there, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's enough about that for now. So, we have more up-to-date news, I guess we'd say.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Then we'll move on to crazy shit from Reddit after a couple things. I mean, what, you want to talk about nerd things and the government sucking some more?
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll start with the lesser of two evils and you go with Microsoft stuff.
Yes. Well, apparently, they...
Nice emphasis on apparently.
Apparently.
In your bubble.
I know, right? This is from October 8th.
Close enough to reason.
Apparently, Microsoft sent out an announcement to their shareholders, and now to all of us. They're talking about moving to. They have a new mission apparently for their business. They are actually talking about doing devices like the Surface 2, their things like that. They're also going to do services for individuals, businesses. Quote on here says that empowers people around the globe, at home, at work, and on the go for activities that vary most, or they value most, not very most. Wow. Anyway, so
Words are hard again.
They are.
Yeah.
We're having problems with words, mainly me. But I don't know. I think and Lucian and I were kind of discussing this a little bit before. But haven't they already been doing this?
Yeah, it's called the Xbox.
Yeah, they brought out the Xbox. That was their first device. You know, that was exclusively them. You know, and you know now they've got now they got the Surface. They got the Surface Pro 2. You know, and they got like a whole thing of phones. And like a new phone operating system and whatever that...
It seems like Microsoft done went off and made hardware and then forgot to tell themselves.
Yeah. I was reading another article from ZDNet. They were talking about that they're basically wanting to try to make themselves like Apple, Google, and Amazon. All rolled into one. Okay, that's going to be very interesting.
Indeed.
Well, you know what? Maybe this might be good for them because they've really been having a hard time with software for some reason.
Googapazon.
Huh?
Googapazon.
Yeah.
Google, Apple, Amazon, Googapazon. That's hard to say.
I know.
These are difficult.
Words in general are difficult.
Indeed. Microsoft is being difficult, but
well,
nothing new there.
No, not at all.
They're like the stubborn children you want to beat the shit out of in the supermarket. Whoops, I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I
didn't
Bring
hear
it on, parents.
I didn't hear a thing, right? No.
Bring it on, you parents that suck at everything.
Oh.
Tell me not to yell at your kid because he's sitting there beating the shit out of like the bread or the milk or something with a baseball bat. I will take that baseball bat and beat you. Alright, that's just an extreme example. Very extreme. Why did the kid have a baseball bat in a grocery store?
You don't know. Maybe you got it out of the toy department?
That's true. It could be like Walmart. But I bet he'd never beat up a jug of chocolate milk. Then I just had to beat the kid with the bat. I'm sorry, there's limits, man. You do not touch chocolate milk. I mean, in a bad way.
Yeah.
Where did the boy touch you? He touched me here, on my handle. Well, that actually turned out to be dirtier than I thought it would be.
It did. Wow.
You know what? Go back to the Microsoft thing. I feel bad about myself.
Wow, you go stand in the corner.
I'm gonna go scrub myself with gasoline a little bit.
Right, awesome.
Should be fun.
Kind of like a photo
I need a cigarette.
that Maggie found on Reddit.
I think I need a cigarette while I do it, though. You think that's safe? It's probably safe, right?
Well,
it's fine, right?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
At best, it might make you quit smoking.
Yeah, it would definitely help you with that. No, but so this is going to be interesting for Microsoft. I actually was checking stocks, believe it or not, today. I found out. Yeah. So anyway, their stocks don't look to be doing as good as like Google or Apple, or other companies like that. So maybe this is a gimmick to try and fix their stocks.
Who knows?
Problems? I don't know.
We all got money problems. My problem is I ain't got no money. Yeah.
That's
fucking
been my problem for a while. Yeah, really, story of my life, right?
Do we want to get into more governmental bullshit now, or?
Yeah. Oh, but before we do that, I got another one.
No.
Where is it's from bearingarms.com. It's from October 9th. It's titled Technology Kills. And apparently there was a in a shooting community.
A shooting community. Where could I go?
That sounds fun.
I know, right?
Shooting community.
But apparently,
I know, doesn't it?
Apparently, some guy on a commuter train in San Francisco decided that he could get away with drawing a gun several times, and surveillance videos caught him. And this went on for quite a while, apparently. And nobody really noticed him because everybody... I mean, this guy apparently pulled out the gun, pointed it at people, scratched an itch on his face or something with the butt of the gun. And, yeah. Yeah. Oh, not his face, I guess. Wiped his nose with the handle, holding the weapon, and eventually he actually just shot somebody, and nobody noticed him doing this because they all were playing on their phones and on their MP3 players and things like that. So, yeah. Long story short, guys, I'm speaking to people who are way younger than me, like, I'd say, like, 23, who are totally enthralled in their phones. Don't be enthralled in your phones. You might get shot. Literally. That's actually kind of a scary thing that we've gotten so attached to our technology that we've zoned out of what our surroundings.
Hey, don't be just blaming on us young people. Studies actually show that you older people are actually more enthralled in your phones just as much as we are.
I have a few games that take up my time each day.
Yeah, but
I just don't check my phone while I'm driving. That's dangerous. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not good.
That would have been a more pertinent story, probably, with technology kills. Shit, people text and drive. That's stupid. It is stupid. Don't text and drive. No.
If
you can help it, don't talk on the phone and drive unless you got a Bluetooth or some shit like that.
Yeah, Bluetooths are nice.
It'd be a bit dangerous. Also, seen this before. Do not fucking surf the internet while you're driving.
Oh my god.
I seen someone do that. I almost killed myself. If it weren't for them being the driver.
Yeah.
That would have been a little awkward and, pointless, but at least I might have gotten to see them type it for me. So, works.
It would have been awesome.
Anyway, let's move on to the government fails.
Oh, yeah.
I actually have one to bring up.
Oh.
The government is trying to basically break the First Amendment. They're trying to now regulate who gets free speech. Mostly it's directed towards the news, but this is their way of just breaking it in general.
No, I was reading about that too a little bit, and I don't know, they tried saying that it was supposed to protect, like, how journalists will have, like, their sources and whatever, and people who go, I'm going to tell you this, but I don't want to be involved.
Right.
Keep my name out of it. Right. But if a warrant is given, then they can be subpoenaed.
Mostly,
this amendment is supposedly supposed to give them a shield or whatever you want to call it,
right? And
so it's more like a protection. So it's like, okay, you gave me a subpoena, but my sources have said this, and the law sees me as this. I could actually see the downturn of it, where, your status of this has been revoked. Yeah. So tell us everything you know.
Yeah. I don't know much about it. I haven't looked into it much. It was something Number 4 sent me a while back and just finally got around to talking about. But, basically it just sounds like more government bullshit that they're trying to pull, basically, just to some degree.
You know what?
To me, from what I've seen.
I hope not. I could see it being good. It's kind of like this Obamacare crap.
It's the government. They're always going to try to throw something a little extra in there for themselves.
This is true.
I mean, I don't know how many times they've tried to get like that SOPA bullshit or whatever, and the constant different renamings of the damn bill for being able to scour the internet for every little thing, you know. Basically, they want to do this new thing with the First Amendment so that they can. No, wait. No, you said it's protecting. So never mind. It's not to jump on people like Snowden, but it's in a sense, it's so they can say, yeah, we can now jump on people like Snowden.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry, Snowden is a patriot. I don't care what the government has to say.
I don't either.
The man did a good thing.
He did a good thing.
The government may not like him for that because he's a damn whistleblower, but you know what? Who the hell gives a shit, man? They did a good thing because the government was doing something wrong. And now they're all pissed because he actually did the right thing.
Right. And actually, I seem to remember President Obama promising to do a thing for whistleblowers and whatever, you know, like protection and all that.
Right. I mean, I always figured the idea of a patriot is someone who protects us from outside and inside sources.
Well, yeah.
And that's what that guy did. He protected us from our own damn government.
Yeah. And now it's like, oh, well...
I mean, I get it. They're looking for terrorists. I can appreciate that.
I can,
but when they pushed the limits. They went too far, and they fucked with us wrongly, and somebody decided this isn't right and became a real patriot instead of, you know, what the government deems patriotic.
Yep.
But that's old news. Let's go to...
But the thing is, history is written, well, by the victors.
Yeah, well, there's no true victory to it yet. I mean, Snowden, in a sense, is victorious. He got to leak all the information, then ran away. Yeah, it hasn't been caught.
He's actually in Russia
yeah, they're granting him asylum.
Yeah, they granted him.
So he hasn't actually been.
He has seats for his own country.
Yeah. He gets to stay in Russia, and they're pretty much probably treating him pretty well because...
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm fairly certain as much hacking as all the governments have done.
Yeah, everybody does it.
Everybody knows everything already, you know, so they probably just said, tell us
Good
what
job.
You know.
Go have a seat.
And then once he answered a few questions, they're like, that's all you know? We already knew that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm pretty sure that's something that has happened. Anywho, speaking of getting thrown out and all that good BS, apparently, because of this shutdown, this is from October 7th, the shutdown threatens homeowners. Apparently, people who live on, like, national property or whatever, or, like, near state or federal parks and whatever, you know, apparently, they're being asked to relocate.
Is it that they're being asked or being forced?
Well, they're being told in a forceful way. The government told about 60 homeowners in southern Nevada that they had to pretty much vacate their property during the shutdown because their home site their homes were on federal land. And
60?
60.
They just had to kick 60 people out of their homes because we're dumbasses, so get out of here.
Okay, so let me get this straight, right? We have law-abiding, tax-paying citizens who bought land, who bought houses, and have been living there since, well... However long.
One couple owned their house that's featured in the article. They've owned their house since the 70s.
Yeah. So, quite a while.
Quite a while. And the government just walks in, and goes, leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there was force involved in that because I know if I had somebody coming to say you need to leave your house, I'd be, excuse me,
Burp.
I know, burps feel good.
No, they do.
I would be like, why? And if they told me a BS excuse like that, I'd promptly shut the door.
Like, you know what, guys? Go home. Go away.
Yeah.
You get off
Go
my
away.
land.
You suck at life. It ain't my problem that you guys fucked up the government. You know?
You broke the government. Good job, guys.
Yeehaw.
That's something that a lot of people have been trying to do for years that weren't part of the government, and you guys that are on the inside done did it. Good job.
Well,
Terrorist.
that's all right. Next time it comes around for voting time, they won't be here.
This is why I don't
I'm
vote.
fairly certain they will be all voted out.
Well, you should vote, register to vote.
Yeah.
Even if you don't vote, you still have that right.
Yeah, I know. I just
Because
figure
you
why
can
vote.
get them out.
Yeah, I just figure why pick between the lesser of two evils when they're all sucky and shitty. I believe in a monarchy. Okay, really, that'd be like too much, but
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
whatever. It's all good. It's all good. I might vote next time. I have no idea. I don't really care. Government's not my thing. I try to stay out of it. They don't do this. They don't give me the same courtesy. But I got nothing on that. But
that's right.
is there anything else?
Oh, speaking of that, apparently some trekkers went to D.C. to protest the government doing their big old fuck
Wang
up.
dang thing.
Yeah.
Minus the wings because they got snow. Chutzpah. Fucking government, seriously, man. You know, this whole thing's getting annoying. Even as a person who doesn't pay much attention to government in general, it is just annoying. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing how stupid the government is. First of all, I already know how stupid they are.
Yeah.
That's why I try to stay out of it as much as possible because, you know, it's kind of that thing of don't argue with an idiot. They'll bring you down to their level and beat you with experience.
Yeah.
It's kind of about the gist of that, really. So
Yeah. Well.
So I try not to argue with you.
Oh,
I'm kidding slightly.
Man.
There's days.
Slightly?
There's
Come
days,
on.
man. There's days. It's just kind of you make anybody's head hurt. But
I normally do that on purpose.
while we're waiting for load failure to continue to not load and fail while he's looking for this article, I know how you
Oh.
gimmick stick.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say another thing I want to throw out there, business-wise. We want to really start streaming more often. We're gonna try to. Number 4 and we're talking about it a little bit today, and we want to try to. You know, we just want to try to stream in general more often. I don't know what. We might stream our Minecraft server. People seem to like to watch that shit. We're going to need to get more people on there, but who knows? We get enough people watching, maybe people actually want to jump on with us. We can
Well,
have
yeah.
some contests to let the people on and all that stuff. It could be fun or horrible. It all depends.
Yeah.
We might stream Sunday. It's not guaranteed.
Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Oh,
It's,
yeah, Sunday.
We might be getting together with somebody Sunday, so we might be doing something else. But if we end up not doing that, then me and number 4, because Load here will be an actual work, and Maggie may as well. So
No, she
no,
won't.
she won't. Okay, well,
Just me.
Load will be at work. Okay, so yeah, so it'll just be me and number 4 at that point. So we might stream Minecraft. We might stream 7 Days to Die. Because that was fun. Actually, it's fun to play that with more people.
Oh yeah.
We might do Civ 5 for all I know. We haven't really decided on what we'll do. Sometime I want to see about streaming Planet Side 2. I just downloaded it. It's a free to play game. So, and it looks pretty interesting.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to get
Is that Steam or?
yeah, on Steam. It's free to play
Okay.
on Steam. I'd love to sit down with somebody who's worked with the game and the community and all that for a little while now. She's actually pretty big on Twitch. She does a lot of live streaming and things like that. So her name is Margaret. Anybody who actually watches some of the Twitch the stuff that I watch, like Misclick D&D nights or things like that, they've probably seen her, know her, and all that thing. And she actually works for Sony Online Entertainment, which is the company that does PlanetSide.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I'd love to get a chance to interview her sometime, or just have her on and just chit chat and shoot the shit, because she seems fun. But yeah. So streaming is a thing. If anybody that's listening right now, I'll put something up on our Facebook and our Twitter, and paint it on my butt cheeks. And if we're gonna do something Sunday, I'll let you know, even if that means actually painting on my butt cheeks and walking around town with my pants around my ankles. Because why shouldn't I have fun on a Sunday too, right?
Right.
So,
inconvenience everybody else, or
that's part of either inconvenience or wow, shock and awe.
Okay.
Or all the above.
All the above. I'll go with that.
Yeah, that could work. Perhaps turn somebody on. Maybe old ladies.
Are we talking about doing a live cast?
Oh, right. It's we're gonna keep it as a possibility. We might. Granted, we'll still do the recording. For those of you who won't be viewing us, you won't see everything. But we're going to be doing. We're thinking about doing a actual live stream podcast next Friday on Twitch. Just because, why the hell not? I figured worth a shot. Might as well. Probably get some complaints, but if we're talking about video games from time to time and other things like that, we should be fine.
Yes.
Be expecting to hear a lot about our Pathfinder adventures next week. Because I would like to talk about those. It's more back into our nerd culture kind of thing, and outside of the actual news and all that shit. It does get kind of entertaining. Our DM is pretty cool.
Yeah, he really is.
He's good. A little weird that a lot of his characters are male and sound Irish, but
I know.
But it's fun that way. I think every bartender in Orc is fucking Irish.
Yeah, I'm like, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's a great DM. He's actually really creative with the story, and he tricked me into getting everybody in deep shit this last time, but I'll go into that story later.
I can't wait to find out what I missed.
Yeah, you've missed quite a bit. You guys have been busy with life, so you've missed a few things here and there. But it's okay. We plan on giving you guys...
We actually have one.
Yeah, I can't speak for myself.
Hey,
I don't know what it's like to have a life. What can I say?
I think the two married couple would have one. One of them has a kid.
Hey, their life is being nerds too. They enjoy coming over and playing. Well, it's Pathfinder. It's not
I'm
D&D,
saying there's nothing wrong with that, but you think the couples that are married would have a life.
Yeah, but
work and be.
Well, okay, I get you, but I think the idea is.
I'm just harping on that.
I know it's fun to harp.
Oh yeah,
and I thought about that thing too. But I guess
your
when it comes
out of tune though.
I guess when it comes down to it, in reality, we're old friends with the DM. His wife doesn't really know many people around here. The other married couple, I don't know their friends list. I haven't known them for very long, but they're pretty neat people. We all just happen to be nerds.
Up north.
Right. We just happen to be a butt ton of nerds that like to get together and be nerds together.
Yep.
Because it's more fun when we're all together.
Yep. It's
and we make crazy things happening, like something about someone grabbing a big black rod.
Oh God.
That's right. We've got that. We've got a story about that.
I am never gonna live this down.
No, but I have my embarrassing story. Yeah. There's a story behind it, but we're not going to tell it tonight. If you want to hear it, you got to tune in next week for it.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of worth it. It may or may not be as dirty as it sounds.
Yes.
But now that we've got that, anyway, yeah. Live cast. Again, we'll let you know on the time. We'll try to work out the possibilities of scheduling, and we'll try to work out a time next Friday or this coming Friday. Whatever. What's the date? This coming next Friday. Oh yeah, it is the 18th. Duh, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so yeah, on the 18th we're gonna shoot for a live cast, so you can see us completely uncut and unedited and
cutting up,
unmedicated, and all sorts of unfun like that. Whatever more uns you can think of, or just a general kind of like getting punched in the balls, but without the
Oh,
pain. It's kind of.
I was thinking something else.
Just watch us live. It's kind of. It is really literally kind of like being punched in the nuts, but the pain's in a different head.
It is.
And for the females that don't know what that feels like, lucky you. That's all I can really say. Lucky you.
And if you
But one day you'll be pregnant.
What the fuck?
And one day you'll be pregnant and you'll push out babies. And then you'll understand that pain tenfold. And I'm sorry for that.
Me too.
Yeah, I respect women to that facet.
I do because, yeah.
I can't imagine pushing a human being out of my dick. Yeah.
That just... See,
that stopped you for a second.
It did. I was like, oh... It's kind of like that one picture I seen on Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't want to go into that.
I don't
that kind of one of the things to go in there. But you know what? Let's move on. Did you have more news to present us with?
Yes.
More shit?
Okay. Well, apparently because of the shutdown, we've talked about how they closed the national cemetery or whatever, and how the veterans went there and all that last week.
That mess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guess what, folks? Apparently there was a immigration rally on the closed National Mall. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, people who come here illegally. I don't believe this rally was for anyone who came here legally, but illegally. They came and protested on the National Mall. Which, if you or I, went there, now we would probably be escorted off. Why? Because it's closed. Anyway, I don't know about you guys. I'm getting fed up with these morons. Congressmen are getting arrested for going on a closed property and all that BS, and that I actually find kind of entertaining.
Indeed. Anyway.
But that involves corrupt politicians going to jail, and yeah.
Worth it.
Giggity you.
Anyway, do we want to finally move on from annoying asinine news, or do you have anything else that might bore the good people? Well, okay, I can't say it's all boring. There's been some stuff where I've wanted to actually yell at the microphone, and then I think about the poor invisible people's ears and all that. But
yeah, don't do that.
But it's kind of thing of how much are we going to beat dead horses around here?
I do.
Because I'll go get another stick if I have to.
All right. No, actually, I do have something kind of lighthearted.
Oh.
Hey, come on.
Go on, do it, say it, read it, whatever. God dang.
No, in Utah, I found this article on Yahoo News, and apparently a police officer ticketed a abandoned Barbie toy Jeep, and it's not what you think. It's not what you think. It was. He was patrolling a neighborhood of a town and came across this Jeep that was just left in the road, and and to be humorous, he took
to let them know that they were patrolling the area.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He took one of those abandoned vehicle stickers, the bright orange one, slapped it in the windshield, or slapped it on
somewhere on it,
and
it was on the windshield. Okay.
Oh, okay. And he, he put it in the driveway of, the house, and took off and all of that, and it was actually took in the manner it was meant in. I was actually kind of proud that somebody didn't blow a gasket.
Yeah.
That it was like, oh, no, my kids just ran the batteries dead, left in there, Yeah, okay, that's awesome, Anyway.
Okay, so we've got the lightheartedness out of the way. Let's go to everybody's favorite time of the night, the upper and down it. It's questions from Reddit.
And I've been on the site.
Oh gosh, she's been looking at this shit all night. I finally hooked her to it. I'm very proud. It's awesome.
Dude, I was like, what'd you do?
Yep, it's awesome. But we got some actually pretty interesting questions here in Ask Reddit tonight.
Oh god.
Let's start with something fairly simplistic. I already have an answer for this. I already answered it earlier.
Oh,
yeah.
Great.
If all animals could be domesticated, which animal would you keep as a pet?
Monkey.
Monkey. Okay, why?
I don't know why. They just seem like they'd be fun.
Fair enough. I said hyena, so I'd have someone to laugh at my jokes.
Nice.
What about you, Maggie May? You've already got a goat.
Say a
Come on, lightning round.
falcon
Ooh,
or
falcon.
or
You know what?
hawk.
You don't even need a reason for that. Falcons are just awesome.
I mean,
Yes.
they're actually faster. I think it was the Falcons from which we went to Bristol for the Renfest, which is the #1 Renfest. Couple years running. It's not the biggest. The one in Texas is bigger.
Shameless plug.
Indeed.
But
I hope
what
to go
we
next year.
learned, the guy said falcons. I believe that was the last one he did.
Yeah.
Are faster than cheetahs.
Yeah, they are.
Not surprising. I mean, have you ever heard of a cheetah catching a falcon and eating it? No. I mean, some people might speculate that that's because they're not living in the same region of the world, but I just think it's because falcons are faster.
I think so, too.
I think that's just as logical.
And I wouldn't mind a cheetah as well.
Yeah,
a cheetah and a falcon to
well,
if you get a
you know-
cheetah, I'm skinning it and turning it into underwear. I'm going to need a whole cheetah, by the way. Big man. And very big man.
Whoa.
Okay.
There's information that invisible people should not know.
I didn't specify that much, but you just went ahead and proved Maggie May's point about everything going to sex.
I didn't even... Oh,
I'm a man.
God. I wasn't even going that
He
way.
makes himself, which some friends say, there's a handfuls of ours, and mutual friends, he makes himself seem like he's God's gift to women.
Yeah, I think we went over this earlier, and again, if that's God's gift to women, then God hates women.
I am not that bad.
I heard it. I think that's a or a meh. Let's see
Do I
here.
hear a sigh of regret?
Yeah, mine for being here.
Man. Oh, come on. You know you love it here.
Oh, I got something. It's not quite a Reddit, Ask Reddit, but it's something I saw on Reddit about National Coming Out Day. If you were gay, who would you fuck?
Oh, that's a difficult.
Oh, God.
You know what? I've actually been over this with some friends before. Number 9. Totally. we've been over this. We've been over the idea that every guy, everybody in general, gets their one gay love. And there's been a running joke amongst our circle for years now that it's me and number 9. Number 9 is my man. So that's my answer. What about you, Lode?
I have no idea.
Who is your favorite male actor? Well, okay, let's put it this way. Would you let Mel Gibson plow you in the butt?
No.
Okay, what about Brad Pitt?
No.
Okay, what about...
Probably nobody.
What about the lead singer from Skillet?
No.
I mean,
sorry.
He looks like he'd be tender, dude.
Probably, but no.
Alright.
I'm
Well, everybody
sorry.
gets one, but he's
I'm
not comfortable enough.
He's
He's not comfortable enough with his sexuality to answer that question. So
I'm sorry,
that's your
guys.
problem. What about you,
No.
Maggie May?
I gotta hear this.
Probably like
Go on.
Jessica Alba or Jennifer Anderson or no.
I could. You know what? I'd watch it.
I'd watch it.
Oh, who is Brad Pitt's wife these days?
I can't remember
keep
her
track of
name.
that shit. You know what? Go back
She
to
played in Wanted.
oh, wait, Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Is she with Brad Pitt now? I don't keep up to date on celebrity shows.
I don't know. Last time I checked,
I have no idea.
You know what? Angelina Jolie is fine, but I think I wanted to go back to Jessica Alba. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch.
We got cameras.
I'm not even joined.
No, I doubt it. I highly doubt Jessica Alba would let you join. Besides, it's supposed to be a lesbian experience.
Oh, well. Yeah.
But there is nothing in the rules about videotaping, and we both have cameras.
So true.
Actually, let's see, you probably got a camera on that Surface, and you've got a camera on this laptop. She's probably got a camera on her laptop. If I can get a new power cord for my laptop, we can have all sorts of different angles and market that shit.
I know.
I think it'd be worth it and make a good amount of money. Plus, Jessica Alba has a sex tape.
have video cameras, like old school video cameras. And
but we have ways to hook those into things, so we can all make it digital.
Yes.
It's all good. So, yeah, look forward to... WREPcast Gone Wild.
Really.
Coming to a theater near you, because why the hell not? We're going for drive-ins that way people a mile away can sit there and watch with binoculars and shit. Okay, here's a good one.
Wow.
Here's a good one. If you could ride one animal into battle, what would it be and why?
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. See, I would say a rhinoceros, just so I could shout out the war cry, "We're both horny!"
And not to mention that you don't want to piss a rhino off.
That too. Though they do get easily distracted by fire, from what I understand. What about you, Lode?
Bull.
A bull is a good choice. They're kind of frightening. I had a weird experience with one as a kid, and it's not anything sexual, surprisingly.
Well, and, I'm full of bull, and I'm riding a bull.
I actually find that to be quite perfect.
I do too.
Would you ride a pony, Maggie May?
Hell no.
What
Shetland
about
pony?
a unicorn?
Are you sure you wouldn't ride a Shetland pony? Because that's my second choice.
Yeah, really.
Just because it'd be funny.
I would say I would have to be something like a griffin.
Ooh. Okay. Well, we didn't.
Say it had to be a real
We didn't specify that it had to be real.
No.
So I will accept that, but I still like my.
I like a phoenix or something like that.
Wait.
Good luck riding a phoenix.
Yeah, really.
Then you'd be a firecracker.
And
it's like chlamydia, but magical.
I'll be Katniss, the girl on fire.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hunger Games. Ugh.
Hey, I like the books.
Yeah, the books are better than the movies. I will agree with that.
I don't know how to read, so there's a guy who reads it, so I read it. Anyway, what?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Thank God for small favors.
What about this one? What product do you... Oh, wait, no, I got a better one.
Uh-oh.
One that I read. The most embarrassing thing you did naked.
Oh, that one, yeah. We kind of turned it into what's the most embarrassing thing we could do naked.
Yeah.
And I decided the most disturbing thing I could come up with was me doing a handstand naked while load failure is naked holding my ankles to make sure I don't fall. We almost killed Maggie May with that one. She was ready to rip her eyes out. I don't blame her.
I don't either.
Oddly enough,
I try not to keep it in my head.
But
I'm sorry to say, it's in mine too, and I feel like vomiting.
It's in mine too.
Personally, at the sight of my own naked body. But more so at the fact that
my head against a brick wall.
It's more so at the fact that our junk could essentially be close enough to each other's face, where it's like, I worry about him.
I don't even want to think.
You.
No, I don't want to think about that.
And that, once gravity kicks in, you might get knocked out. So.
And I also say you should go on Reddit and look at all the answers people gave, because some of them are freaking hilarious.
Yeah. Reddit is good for a laugh.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see here. Do we have any other ones?
I warn the Reddit addiction may come.
Yeah, I got hooked on Reddit. Hi, my name is Lucian Barrows, and I'm addicted to Reddit. I've been on it for about a year now. It's just got a grip on me, and oh god, that was horrible. Why are you on Reddit right now on a Friday night? Okay, that's a good one. Why are you on Reddit right now on a Friday night? Because we're recording a podcast and we need something to talk about.
Yep.
To make people slightly unstable for the rest of the weekend. What is something your parents let you do that you would never let your kids do? One time when I was a kid, I saw a movie with boobies in it. My mom didn't know there was going to be boobies in it until the boobies showed up. I acted like I was looking away, but I never looked away. Of course, I can't guarantee how well my acting went. I was a kid. So, it's kind of one of those things of like, you're young enough, you try to hide, and then once you can't see them, you assume you're hidden.
Yeah.
They can't see me, I can't see them. So, yeah, it's one of those things.
Child logic.
What's a picture you wish you could find context behind? I'll have to look at that one when I get home. It's because it's got an NSFW tag, so not safe
at work.
Yeah, not safe for work. So
Ah.
There are also the occasional...
Those are on the questions of Ask Reddit?
There are the occasional NSFLs, which is not safe for life. So
Oh, no.
Those are usually probably kind of more violent, gory pictures. If you don't have a strong stomach, I don't recommend it. Sometimes they're not gory, sometimes they're just god-awful awkward.
Are you looking at the Ask Reddit questions?
Yeah.
Okay, I must not be on that one.
I gotta refresh here real quick, it's a little out. But, anyway, so we've done a little bit of Ask Reddit, and after I'm done battling here and buying time, if we might come up more, then we'll ask more. In the meantime, let's see, we've pretty much covered begging, pleading, shameless plugs,
This is cool.
anger towards
I
government.
definitely have to read this. Police officers of Reddit, what is the weirdest thing you have ever had to arrest / ticket someone for? Well, one time we, the highway cops, were completing with the local town cops. We were investigating this huge drug bust, but our leaks kept running cold. Long story short, we used a sex doll with the name of a fellow female co-worker to foil the smugglers, which turned out to be the very local cops we hated.
Wow. Wait. That is from Super Troopers.
What?
I'm almost positive that's from the movie Super Troopers. That's from Super Troopers. I remember that.
Super Troopers and
Yeah, I remember that. That is definitely from Super Troopers.
And I was a rookie. I pulled a woman over for speeding one night, and I noticed she tossed something out of her window. We assumed it was probably drugs or paraphernalia, and continued with the stop. A backup patrol brought the item to us, 14-inch dildo.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
That reminds me, my mom got like a women's gift catalog the other day. You know what? I shouldn't probably tell that story. She didn't order anything from it, but I was surprised that like there was 2 pages full of dildos. It was a shock that they had some sports memorabilia in there and they didn't, but they have dildos. I find that discriminating. Yeah, they had dildos in this magazine. It was a women's gift catalog. I found it very demeaning to men that they didn't have like a fleshlight or something like that in there at least.
Well, yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I'm a guy. I was flipping through the damn thing, and all of a sudden I get to this page, and it's like, oh look, dildos and vibrators. Okay, turn the page, hoping to see something for men. Nope. It was very disappointing. I wanted to buy a fleshlight. God, people, don't send me a fleshlight. I don't want to feel that bad about myself. I don't need to get to that point. It's just, I'm already sad as it is. What have you done? Oh, no, that one. Let's see here. What is the smartest thing?
Hey,
you got something new?
What's the worst way that you ever woke up?
What's the worst way if you ever woke up? That is a good question, honestly.
I got one for this.
Oh! Okay, you go first. I got mine. I remember it. It's perfect. I bet I win.
The worst way I ever got woke up was my nuts being squeezed by somebody. And, I mean, not squeezed, but, like, pinched. And when I mean, like, pinched, I mean, I woke up and I thought I was gonna hit somebody and throw up at the same time.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I still bet I win. It wasn't how I got woken up, it's just how I woke up and found myself. I was,
okay.
6, 7, maybe 8 tops. Me and my brother had a couple friends, kind of around the same age as a set of brothers and all that stuff. We stayed at their place one night, and they had bunk beds. So I slept on the top bunk with the younger brother. My brother slept down on the bottom bunk with the older brother. And I know I went to bed on the top bunk. And it wasn't. And when I went to bed, it was not my brother next to me. I woke up. It was like I slept on the inside close to the wall. My brother slept on the inside close to the wall on the bottom bunk. And our friends were on the outside, closer to the outside.
Right.
I woke up the next morning. It was light enough out, like coming in through the window, so probably like 7 o'clock or something like that. And for some reason, my brother was sleeping next to me. I couldn't make heads or tail of why my brother was sleeping next to me on the top bunk all of a sudden. So I picked myself up a little bit, and then I realized I'm no longer on the top bunk. I had fallen and landed without waking up or hurting myself between the wall and the bottom bed. And woke up finding my brother laying there next to me and confusing the hell out of me. And then when I came to enough to realize what happened, I sat there, looked around blankly for a moment, and then went back to sleep. Because somehow my blanket and pillow made it down with me.
Wow, that's impressive.
So, that's my rude awakening story.
Damn.
Yeah, it's one I'm very proud of. It's that moment that you realize, even as a kid, hell, I can sleep through just about anything. I've stood true to that. I have fallen asleep standing up in the shower. I've fallen asleep standing up, moving around my room. I've fallen asleep sitting on the corner of Bourbon Street and Canal in New Orleans. I have fallen asleep during a concert. I have fallen asleep at a movie theater during Star Wars Episode 1 and watched it enough, and I was really tired that day. But anyway, okay, another question. What legal thing would you not do for $1 million? I suppose it's legal to eat dog shit with rice and chicken, so I wouldn't do that. I'm sorry. You can't pay me $1 million to eat shit. I'm not a madman.
I actually could agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just came up with a very extreme circumstance, pretty much.
Yeah.
What did you have in mind?
Well, apparently I'm a little bit of a homophobe. I'm sorry for anybody out there who, Anyway, but I wouldn't suck dick for $1 million.
It's not gay to suck a dick. It's not gay. Look, it's only gay when you actually say it's gay. If you're just sucking a dude's dick for money, it's not gay. You just want the money. It's all about how you look at it, man. You look at it that way, and it's not gay. Look, as long as you're both in an understanding that it's not gay, then it's not gay. Right?
I got another question for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
You got one.
What is your favorite catchphrase from a fictional character?
Ooh, oh God, that's a tough one.
It is.
Fictional character, favorite catchphrase.
Holy Batman.
Holy whatever, Batman. Yeah, Robin's always a good choice. Plenty of things for that one.
Yeah.
I will destroy you.
Lure from... No, wait, no, that's, that's not Lure, that's, the news monster, Morbo! From Futurama. Give me more, let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna feel sad if I can start naming off all these different characters. That means I've watched too much TV in my life.
I know. Sorry.
Let's get dangerous, Darling Duck.
Oh, Darkwing Duck. Yeah, I remember him.
I do too.
I remember that show. I feel old now.
I know, we actually have the first season upstairs on DVD of DuckTales.
Nice! Oh, DuckTales. I thought it was Darkwing Duck.
DuckTales, not Darkwing Duck.
But isn't he
Either
on?
way.
Oh, wait, yeah, I'm thinking about
Either way,
else.
nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
I missed the old cartoon,
I know.
Bonkers.
Yes.
That was great! That was one of the ones my mom didn't mind me watching. She hated Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy were kind of annoying at times.
I know, that's why I loved them. It was great.
You're stupid!
No. It was you idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's where my hatred for Chihuahuas came from. Rima's always a dick. I don't know why I think most cats are
I
stupid.
like this one.
Okay, what you got?
You keep using that word, and I don't think it means what you think it means. Enjoy Montoya. Princess Bride. Inconceivable! I don't think that he knows what's exactly.
Princess Bride, a classic.
I know.
I love it. Hello, my name is N'Goro Montoya. You killed my father.
Prepare to die.
Good night, Sleeper Wesley. Tomorrow in the morning I shall kill you.
Indeed.
As you wish.
Andre the Giant was in that movie. Damn, that
Yes.
man's a hero.
I know, right?
That was a great movie. I can still sit down and probably watch that movie.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's good stuff.
I could watch that movie every day, almost.
I can't think. Hold on. I'll tell you one that I probably use a lot when we play Halo. And it's probably one of the best ones from Rooster Teeth, Red vs. Blue. Mm-hmm. And it's from Mr. Michael J. Caboose. And it's usually, oh crap, running. Usually when I'm being shot at or grenaded and all that stuff.
Here.
Or my name is Michael J. Caboose and I hate babies. That kind of stuff.
I know.
I get a lot of kick out of Red vs. Blue. I'm going to do a shameless plug for them real quick.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of theirs. Red vs. Blue season 11 is going on right now. Not to mention their brand new series Ruby is going on right now.
Ooh.
And it's a little slow at start, kind of, but it's still a great series.
Yeah.
It's kind of done in more of a 3D-esque anime style, or more CG anime style.
Oh, really?
Their guy Montiome has done a major part of it. It's actually really his baby, and they've got plenty of people there working on it. They increased their team for the CG team and all that stuff, and I think it's pretty neat. It's bringing something new to the company, and I enjoy it. I think the story's pretty good and everything like that. And the characters are very likable,
awesome.
and it's right up my alley because it's like an anime, but just a little bit different graphics to it. So I recommend it wholeheartedly at some point in time to sit down and watch it. I think they just did episode, God, I want to say like anywhere between 12 and 14. Yeah, they aired it last night. Usually airs on Thursday nights. I think 7 or 8 Central, something like that. Red vs. Blue is usually on Monday nights about the same time. So, if you haven't had a chance to ever sit down and watch those, I recommend them. If you're a video game fan, then watch Red vs. Blue. If you're an anime fan, watch Ruby. Hell, if you're not a fan of video games or anime, just sit down and watch them. They're interesting series.
Yes.
And they can be very entertaining. So that's that. Okay, any more mind numbers from Reddit?
What's the best smelling thing in the world?
What is the best smelling thing in the world? I'm gonna have to go out on a limb here and say vanilla candles.
Ooh.
Yeah,
very good. For me, I would say apple pie.
I can give you that too. I'm also a fan of strawberry incense.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good usually. Dragon blood incense isn't bad either. But I don't categorize it as the best smelling. It's vanilla, apple pie, and and
and all of a sudden, for some reason, I want to go get like an apple pie.
I want some vanilla wafers.
Rotate.
You know what? Yeah.
Go to the store.
Yeah, I wish.
I think we have some vanilla wafers inside.
Sweet. I don't have to go anywhere.
Nice. Dang.
Maggie May, you got any more questions for the idiot squad over here? 2 people make a squad now.
Woo!
How about that? We did math. Yay.
Yes. Matt and we actually did it right.
Yeah, 1 + 1 = 84. Ah, shit.
Wait, I thought it equaled 14.
Oh, okay. Let's do the math here. 2 + 2 = chair.
Yes.
And one time
carry the square to a bear and
then nobody cared.
No.
Then we said something about pi earlier, and we know that's a number.
That really screws me
And 1
up.
times 8 = pizza.
Yeah.
Because you usually see people cut the pizza into 8 slices. So.
Yes.
See, we're good at math, right? We got this.
Yeah,
we got math.
This.
Matthews.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, enough with that horse shit.
No, I really didn't have anything.
Alright, so we're pretty much
We're out.
We're out of it. We're out of time. We're out of topics, and we're out of our motherfucking minds.
Oh yeah! Before I
shit.
forget.
All right, what do you got?
Oh no.
Nope.
Nothing about this. But I wanted to remind people: steampunk costume contest.
Right. We're when's our deadline? Do you remember?
God.
Was it the 28th?
You would have to ask me.
Yes,
that.
I would. You're talking about it. I asked you. You're supposed to know. That's how these transactions work.
Oh,
let's see. 28th. Yep, 28th. I was right. Woohoo! I'm smarter than you.
No, you just looked at the Facebook.
Hey, I said 28th before that. I happen to remember because I'm the one that said the date in the first damn place.
Well, I'd hope you remember.
Yeah, I had to look at the calendar to figure out when that was going to be, but I got it.
Jeez.
And then I figured out that we put it on there, and then that's the 28th before you looked it up, so I was right, so shut up. So like the man said, well, man, whatever you want to call him, like the man said, manbot, October 28th is the submission deadline for the steampunk costume contest for Halloween! And, the item in question is up on our Facebook group page and all that shit, so come on in, like us, look at it, and, submit if you want to get the shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it rolls, and it slightly rhymes, so it's all good. But, yeah, other than that, just remember, keep track on Twitter, on Twitch. On our Twitch is WREPcast Plays at Twitch.tv/WREPcast Plays. Rep with a W. Because it's cool that way.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so, yeah, there it is. Twitch.tv/WREPcast Plays. So, look for us on there. Look for us on Twitter at WeGrogandCo. And find us on Facebook. We'll be the guys with the skeleton as a picture.
Yes.
That'll be our employee Wiggles.
That's
Wiggles von Bonington Scully III.
I gave him the nickname Bones, and
I call him Wiggles. He likes being called by his first name. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope
he just likes hanging around.
Yeah, he's kind of really doing that right now, just staring off into space.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for listening. As per usual, we love you in a totally plutonic and occasionally sexual way, depending on what you look like.
Yes.
Whether you be animal, mineral, or vegetable. Preferably vegetables. We like zucchinis.
Well, yeah.
Actually, zucchini bread.
Zucchinis are good.
Zucchini bread's good. Send us zucchini bread.
Awesome.
Wait, I'm still waiting on my Oreos. God dang it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
Oreos?
Okay. Yeah, we asked for it a few weeks ago, remember?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on my damn candy corn Oreos, zucchini bread. My uncle has some banana bread and some pumpkin bread at home too, so homemade.
Go on Amazon and see if you can find.
Why? I want people to send it to me.
Yeah, really.
I feel loved that way. It's nice to feel that occasionally. I don't get that often. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the mind-melting, mind-numbing madness that we always tend to bring to you every week. And for our loyal followers, God, what's wrong with you? I mean, seriously, you keep coming back. I figured you would have ran away by now and, jumped into the ocean and drowned yourself. But thank you for not.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be held responsible for that shit. So thank you guys.
No, we really don't.
Thank you guys for listening. Don't kill yourselves. We love you.
Come back next week.
Yeah, come back next week if they haven't locked you away yet.
Don't forget to watch us potentially live.
Yeah, we'll put a little update on
our everything
pretty much, and we'll let you know if you happen to be insane enough to follow us. So, thank you again.
If you're listening to this, and
then you obviously are.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Anyway, we want to thank Maggie May for joining us. It was fun. You want to say goodbye?
Bye.
She says bye. Because everybody just says bye. It's always so fun just to say
bye. Y'all. Hey, and Howard Stern, if you happen to be listening, you rock.
Also, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
You're you're the best judge on AGT.
You're a better shock jock than us. Sorry.
Yeah.
We need to
can't compare, but we're getting there, man.
We need to learn from you. So if you or any of your PR guys or anything happen to be listening to this now or in the future, you know us. You know how to reach us. Please reach out to us.
One last thing. If by freak chance anybody from the Miss Clicks D&D adventures actually happens to stumble across this, awesome. And hit us up sometime. I'd love to interview any of you. You're all great. So thanks again.
And that goes out to Howard Stern, too.
Yes, Howard Stern, too.
Howard
Less likely,
Stern,
but...
yeah.
But still, thank you. We gotta end this.
Howard
We don't know when to
Stern-
shut the fuck
Howard-
up.
No, we don't.
Howard
We
Stern
keep
would be
cra-
knocking on our door, and I would be like, yes, you can come in.
Yeah, I'm sure she would say that.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure she would.
Not
Ladies and
that
gentlemen,
way.
good night.
Good fight, good night.
Yeah, there we go. Good enough. Bye.
Bye.